hello there, and we are live. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the crossover. Yeah, people, it's another crossover. People, there's something about this crossover shows that you like, yeah, because Ola is talking his own thing, Oregon Gun is doing his own thing. I'm somewhere doing my own thing. People, you're welcome to the Ola and Claude Show. Meet my brother, Dal and Claude Show. People, it is what it is. Welcome to the fray. Oregon Gunner, welcome to the fray. The 5 week show. People, we've got great news. I'm not going to say anything, but I mean, behind the scenes, that has got great news, and I'm very happy. And when the time is due, you'll be hearing from the 5 week show, people. I got joy right now, yeah. So we're going to put it, we're going to put it into the show today. Oregon Gunner, you're welcome to the show. How you doing, my bro?
Doing pretty good, bro. Good to see you guys. Like as always, blessings to both of you. Glad you guys are well. And just a perfect Saturday morning show for me today. Thanks, Tony, for making this happen. And big up, Ola. Good to see you, brother, as always. I know we have a lot of shit to talk today. Because I was not up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch a Mansfield game, but I saw the highlights and I was not pleased. My 4-0 prediction was in the gutter. But other than that, Max Dowman got some time. Max Dowman, better than Odegaard.
Best player on the pitch. Best player on the
pitch. Right. So I know we'll dive into that, but it's good to see you guys. And thanks again, Tony, for the invite. Good to see you again, brother.
Yeah, sure, man. See, people, welcome the 5 week show. Down to the fray. The 5 week show. All I talk to these people. How you doing, my G?
Yo, big up.
With the whole UFC stuff, bro.
Oh, bro, come on, man. Like, it's BMF day today, man. Baddest motherfucker bout is happening today. Holloway versus Bronx. If people don't know, get to know. The baddest motherfucker title is up for grabs tonight, man. So make sure you lock on, link up later on tonight, man. We're going to be running the watch along for the main card. Holloway versus Bronx. Charles Oliveira. It's going to be a great card, man. But big up Tony, big up Dal. I love breaking bread with you. I love breaking content with you, man. You know what I mean? I'm working with you guys, man. So it's another good evening this evening, man. Let's have it. Brother.
Another good evening. See,
good evening.
The other guy that had the good evening being said is languishing out of the top 3 in the Premier League. Arsenal is out here enjoying. See, people, I mean, people, let's brag about this just a little bit, people.
Sure, brag on, brother,
Arsenal
brag on.
It's first in the league, people. Yeah,
bro. No. Your club is the enemy of football, man. You ain't bragging about that. They said your club destroyed football. Okay. That's what they said.
No problem, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying, hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm the radio guy this time.
I'm just the radio guy.
No. We'll talk all about that, See, people, we have Bayer Leverkusen coming up in the Champions League this coming week, and people, I'm not shaking in my boots at all. When the Carabao Cup final, people, match 22, we shall see. People, Arsenal just qualified for the quarterfinals. People, listen again. The quarterfinals of the FA Cup, the oldest cup game in the world. People, put me anywhere. All right, good, man. Arsenal qualified today for the quarterfinals, beating Mansfield 2-1 today. I know you didn't watch the matchup, so what does this entail for Arsenal? Before we go to Ola, who actually still tried to watch that matchup anyway.
Well, like you said, quarterfinals entry. Here we go. This is what we want. I mean, you got to take little steps to get there, right? It takes little steps to big steps to get there. So I was not up at 4 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast time to watch that because I was already predicting a 4-0 win, which obviously didn't happen. So
shame on you, Dal. Shame on you.
I know, right?
Guess who's going to be up at 4 o'clock watching UFC over there in your country? Man.
Yeah, exactly. Now I know more about the world of UFC. I'll have a lot more. I'll pay a lot more attention now that I realize what's going on in your world.
I'm fucking with you.
I know, bro. I love it. No, it's No, it's like we talked a little bit behind the scenes before we started the show. Max Dowman, best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
Right? When is this? Are we going? So, do you guys think? Let me throw it back at you guys. Do you guys think we will see him in the run-in for the league at least a little bit here and there?
Can I answer that?
I'll let you chime in on that one, bro. That's a big question.
Dowman was actually contributing in little spots here and there in the league and some of the cup matches before he got injured.
Right,
Obviously, the injury took him out of the running for him to be able to build up, maybe even challenge somebody like Madueke for that right hand spot, right? But because of the injury he's had, he's not been able to do that. And we saw what Dowman was about when he played against the likes of Newcastle, and he was making Joe Linton look absolutely like a clown. Yeah, it made him look like a baby deer, like that. Just try to find his feet and stuff.
Like
He
Bambi,
made Joe
bro.
Linton look like that, And this is how good, how talented Max Dowman is. And today was no difference. All those, and I know that the golfing qualities is always going to shine in this type of games. But when you see somebody as young as a Dowman, really come alive in a game like he did against Mansfield today, it was just magical to watch. When we saw what Eze was doing for Palace during all the good things, the way Eze this is what Dowman does, but he does it like he's not even thinking about it.
Right.
He don't care who's in front of him.
Yeah.
Instincts, and bro, I mean, we got a gem on our fucking hands, bro. Like that kid is that good. I don't want to hype him up too early because I actually hate doing that. But if I'm gonna say based on talent in the squad right now, I think he's probably like aesthetically pleasing is the most aesthetically pleasing player we've got in the team right now.
Right.
When it comes to aesthetics and actually delivering as well, because he found Eze for that second goal,
Right.
which was crazy, right? Everything he does was just chef's kiss, and man, we want to keep nurturing players like him, players like Salmon, Anus, all these young players that are coming out from the hill end. We definitely
wait. Wasn't it Martinelli that found?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was
Martinelli that found.
What, Eze?
That found. He found Madueke for that first goal.
Yeah, I'm talking about Eze's goal.
Eze's goal. It was Dowman.
Okay.
Dowman pulled it back and put it across the box, and Eze blasted it into the right top bins. So that's right. That's a good answer. However, do you guys think that we're going to use him maybe in the last 3 or 4 matches, right, of the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility.
9 games to go, but
I mean, look how many players are dropping like flies today. Truss has got injured today. Like, there's a possibility that could happen, and there will be a role that I think Max Dowman will play, especially in our attack before the season runs out. But we still got plenty of games to play, and we're gonna need it. We are going to need that kid, whether it's to get penalties, whether it's to draw defenders back and draw fouls, so we can get relief on our players if we're under the cosh. So if we're under the cosh, you need a player like Dowman to literally come and push the other team backwards and draw fouls, so we can get breathing space. And Dowman has got that in spades. I think that it will feature for us. I'm convinced of it. I think we're going to see more of Dowman. Arteta likes him a lot, and I think for him to put him up as part of the first team at such a young age, I don't think he's doing it for effects. He's kept him and sent Ethan on loan. That tells you everything about Dowman.
Oh, good point.
That tells you everything what he thinks about Dowman. You know, he sent Ethan on loan and he's kept Dowman. So he definitely sees something in him. I think he believes in him. And when it's just the injury that kind of messed things up for Dalman, because I think it would have been a big part of, you know, what our season would have been. And maybe the haram football that we've been playing.
He was limping in today's game. At the end of the game, when he went out, he was limping.
Yeah, I mean, look, just play. I always say this: just because players walk off the pitch limping, don't make them injured. You know, like no player ever comes into fully fit, anyways. So when they limp enough, that's just part of what they do. Like I watch,
Right.
you know, I watch my son play all the time, and you know, it's just he's never 100% fit.
Every player gets a knock, bro.
Yeah,
Every player.
they've always got a knock, and by the time the next game comes around, they're in and around, you know,
they're in and around.
medically fit again. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
See, Ola and Oregon, see, I mean, you've said most of the thing we need to know about Max Doman and his performances here. Arsenal at this point, we are taking a very, very, very serious, critical look into how we play, into our structure, into how the aesthetic looks. And to be very sincere with you, Ola said that Max Doman is one of our most aesthetic players. People, that is key to actually salvaging anything aesthetically of our season. I mean, it's good, to play stinky football and win games at the end of the day. By the way, we want to win this season.
What, you don't like stinky football?
Let me just put it out there. It's stinky football. But if you give me 3 points, you know, it puts that gloss on it.
Right.
It's okay. But again, why I think that this question is very, very, very interesting is that Max Doman is that kind of guy that could just pull one or two things to get together. He's very graceful when you watch him. He's very, I mean, there's this technical ability he comes with. His dribbling skills. People want to see him. You know, they already look at him as our own little Messi. Look at Drew Gordon even saying it. It's like our own little Messi,
Sure.
So it brings that beauty to how we play. And mostly right now that we are having that barrage of, hey, Arsenal ain't playing beautiful football. Maybe Max Doman might just be the guy to come and salvage that, you know, even just a little bit of beauty, a little bit of sunshine. Come on, man. A little bit of sunshine. Yeah.
There's a little ray of sunshine.
Back to our Arsenal to play beautifully. He's key to it, mostly next season.
Yeah, look, I'll say this right now. The most pleasing thing about Max Dalman for me was him taking responsibility in the game that he played today. He showed a lot of maturity because we were so disjointed in that game. And every time he was under the cosh and Mansfield put it on us, Dalman was back there. He's able to collect the ball, he's able to drive forward, and he's able to draw either fouls or find the right pass. And he did that all game. Like, it was the only reason, as you know, when they vote man of the matches in these sort of games where you play the minnows, if the minnows give you a hard game, even if you beat them, they'll still kind of give them a nice little man of the match award because, all right, you minnow, you didn't really go through, but we're gonna give you a little participation award. That's what the man of the match award was for Mansfield today. Yeah, Oates played really, really well as well. But Alpha Dalman should have got it. They nominated 3 people, and Dalman was one of the 3 that was nominated for the man of the match award. Eventually, they gave it to Oates, but I think Dalman should have got it. The only reason he didn't get it was because we won. That's it. But Alpha Dalman took responsibility today. As terrible, we play stinky football again today. Make no mistake about it. Make no bones about it. We look disjointed. Mosquera was all over the place. It was so shaky.
You got cooked for that goal, bro.
Oh, bro. Like, Simon made a mistake. Like the Zubimendi type mistake that we gave to Mbuemo. That's how they scored. That's literally carbon copy. Carbon copy. That's how they scored. Literally, Simon passed the ball to their player. Their players rolled Mosquera into the box and shot off the left foot and beat Kepa. So, you know, it's a good goal, but it was from our mistake. And I've always said this. When you look at some of the goals that we've considered this season, a lot of it is a gift It's like we're in Santa Claus settings again, bro. Like these guys are they're just giving, you know what I mean? They're just giving this type of goals away. And I think if we tighten up on that, we'd concede even lesser goals than we have, and maybe if not even lose that many points. But the good thing with this cup competition is your 4-0 that was all ripped up doesn't really matter.
Right.
It's getting into the next qualification, the next round. And that's the good thing about knockout competition. Whether you win it 10-0 or you're winning 1-0, just get me into the hat for the next round. That's it, because goal difference don't count, So
Dal, I'll bring you in here. Drew Gordon's asked a question here. He says, do you think next season will be Max's breakthrough season and become a regular?
Good question. Big up, Drew.
Oh man, I don't know. I think that depends on what happens with Trossard. To be honest, I think that I got to say no. I'm going to take not really a risk, but I think no on that, Drew. I just think that there's two players already ahead of him on the right side who we know, obviously Saka, Madueke. Maybe Madueke would move to the left to support Martinelli on the left. Because to be honest, guys, I think Trossard leaves in the summer. I think Martinelli stays one more year. I don't think we get rid of both wingers in one summer, right? Unless we get a Rodrigo in or something like that, right? We still will need, even if we got Rodrigo in, we still need.
It destroyed his ACL.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
shit. Okay.
At this point, I don't want Rodrigo no more, bro. Like, that boat sailed. That boat sailed and sank like the Titanic.
I don't think next season's it, man. I think we give it one more year. I think we slowly integrate him more next season, but I don't think he becomes a regular. He'll probably be, on the bench and maybe come in here and there again to make some cameo appearances like he has this year. But I don't think next year's the full deal for him. I think we're going to probably wait till he hits that around that 18-year-old mark, 17 and a half, right? Because he just turned 16 like 3 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
He's 16 years old in 66 days or something like that. So, no, I don't think next season, but the following season, yes. But we'll see. I mean, who knows? I mean, because it's more than just Arteta rating him, right? Berta has to have some sort of say in it as well, because he's going to be looking for players to complement that right side, that left side, on all the positions, really, right? We're going to be looking for players in the summertime. So I think if we were to bring in, let's say, someone for Trossard who could play the left and right, that will cut Dauman's minutes down, right? We will be looking for more of an experienced winger, I think, this summer, especially if Trossard leaves. But that's not to say he won't be getting, a lot of time in League Cups and FA Cups next season, right? But for the league, I still think we should carefully manage this player, because like you're saying, Rodrigo, ACL, Max Dauman walking off with a limp, but all players get knocked. We discussed that. But I don't think next season's the big one. I think it's the following season that we will see him really, really push in to get that starting role. But next season, I'm not so sure, to be honest.
You're right. You're right. Sorry, let me just piggyback off what Dowd said there.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the calculations of what you're saying, the following season sounds absolutely not brilliant, because right now it's just about getting him in and around the squad, getting him in and around the team, and then next season maybe he'll play some cup games here, some cup games there, even maybe registering for, because we had to deregister him from Champions League. We added him before. We had to take him away when he had the injury. So next season he can have the time to really embed himself in that, and then the following season could be that real breakout season for him. So you're absolutely spot on in terms of him not really being next season, but the following season. But we'll still see him in some games next season, because I think what he brings, he makes himself undeniable for any manager to pick or have around the squad, because he can always do a job for them.
And let me say, guys, let me add real quick, Tony, before you add your point. I really want to see him in that right mid position. I don't necessarily want to see him out wide, right? I think he can obviously cut in and do all that sort of stuff.
Just gone 2-1 up against Chelsea in the FA Cup.
Right, let's see. Yeah, I would rather see him in that right midfield role. Eze on the left, Rice in the 6 possibly, and Max Dowman is right mid, so he can work more centrally. And he can work wide too with that, right? He can run behind the winger and so forth. I think that when you have a talent like that, you have to readjust how you, if he was to play right wing, we would have to really readjust how we operate on that side of the pitch. But if he was to fall into that right mid position, that would give him more freedom to go more central or go out wide. It was just give him a couple more opportunities to be effective than just having his heels out on the touchline. You know what I mean? So I really think that like next season, maybe that'll be something Arteta will work with. And I agree with you guys too. And thanks for agreeing with me that the following season would really be the time for him to shine. I just think that it's, if he gets too many minutes next season, gets an injury, then what, right? So we really need to wait for this kid to put a little more meat on his bones, hit the gym a little harder, right, and really get himself ready for the following season.
Yeah, I hear you. Guys, there's something that's really bugging me.
Oh, look at Deadpool. Look at Deadpool. Deadpool's happy, man. Look at that.
And I really need to get out. Yeah.
True.
And this question goes for both of you. Yeah. See, people, today we played against Mansfield. By far, they look the best. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
This past week, Wolves did Aston Villa dirty. Yeah. They beat Aston Villa. This same week, Wolves smashed up Liverpool, bro, in the Premier League. People, yeah? I'll keep going. People, yeah? Look at Wrexham right now, bro. People, let me spell out. Wrexham. They've just scored the second goal in an FA Cup tie, round of 16, against Chelsea. What is this thing about? And people, don't forget that Wolves, yeah, took points away from Arsenal in the Premier League. What is this thing about this smaller teams or this lesser teams, yeah, both in the league and elsewhere, yeah, when they are playing against the top sides in this league, they manage to actually just get maximum points. What's really going on? Is it that the level of the Premier League has really gone down to the dregs, yeah, like how it is in Europe? Because sincerely,
I think it's the opposite. I think it's the opposite.
I think European football is dead. Finally, I think it's dead. If Bodo Glimt is smashing up Manchester City in Europe, and Bodo Glimt is out here smacking up Inter Milan, European football is dead. But I don't want to see like that's the level at which the Premier League is. I think it's even more harder to even score in the Premier League. But again, people, give me perspectives, yeah, to what's really going on. Why are these smaller teams closing the gap on the bigger teams?
I'll tell you why. Money. They have money to spend. They can compete for some of the best players that are around. Look at Sunderland. They've got promoted, got money. They went and bought a player that just won Invincible in the German league and bought Xhaka in.
So did we. Nkapie.
Right? And we got Nkapie. They got Xhaka. So if Sunderland has just been promoted, right? If Sunderland that just got promoted are able to sign a player of the caliber of Xhaka, that we just got Nkapie from the same team, Liverpool bought Frimpong from the same team, like, you got to look at the quality of the players that are moving around in the league. Leeds, they brought in Calvin Lewin. Calvin Lewin on form is a dangerous player. He's been around the Premier League a long time.
Right.
He knows where the back of the net is. A confident and fit Calvin Lewin can damage you. We were linked with him at one point, right?
Thank God that didn't happen.
Thank God that didn't happen. But my point is, there's a lot of money in the Premier League, even for the smaller teams, to invest and bring in devastating, players that on any day they can win. We know what Brighton is like. Brighton is one of the toughest teams to play because of the kind of players that they assemble, right? And their players don't go for cheap. We bought 2 or 3 players from them, Their players don't go for cheap. Caicedo went for 105 million or 100 what? 100 and whatever million it went for. We paid 50 million for fucking Ben White a couple seasons ago. We
spent 40 million on Start, I think.
something like this. So they've got money, and all these teams that there's no team in the Premier League that's broke. I'm telling you that right now.
True.
No team is broke. Everton, they've just brought back Grealish to their team that just left a title-winning team that won treble, and they went back to like these are quality players that on their day they can light it up.
Yep.
And that's why the everything is it's more competitive. This, and I get people are trying to say, oh yeah, the Premier League is shit. The Premier League is shit. I hear it. I understand, because again, it comes to aesthetics, right? But when you look at the quality of players, maybe the quality of the football, that's a different thing. But the quality of players that are assembled in this league, it makes every game so tight you can't call it.
But
you can't call it.
Can you say the football is shit? But at the same time, we're talking about how the gap has been cut in terms of recruitment of players. I don't think they can be the same. You have to be one.
But when we say the football is shit, we're comparing it to what we've seen in the last 20 years. Henry, Cantona, Rooney, Ronaldo. All of it's going to be shit to those players, bro, because those are world iconic players, right? We're talking about players that, to me, defined a lot of football in the early 2000s, middle 2000s. That was some of the best football I've ever seen.
And the rules that we have today wasn't applied then. We didn't have this bullshit offside rule that we now have today.
Right.
You know, offside was offside.
No, it was offside the other day. Someone's nose was offsides, they called it.
It's crazy.
Stupid, bro. Who was that?
It's crazy. Like, why are we canceling goals for those reasons?
Yeah.
Right? And that's why...
But I think, too, like the Premier League, look, how many teams from England are in the Champions League? 6? 5? 4? 5, I think? 5? So you look at it from that aspect, we're dominating the Champions League, you know, from England. And number 2 is that this is still the Premier League. Every single player is good. Again, we can say that, you know, Mascara from Wolves is shit. We can say that, you know, this player for Chelsea shit, or this player at United, meaning Harry Maguire, is shit, right? But the fact of the matter is they're still some of the best players in the world, regardless if you play for Sunderland, Wolves, Palace, Everton. That's the thing. You look at the French league, and it is fucking horrible, right? It's horrible because those low-level teams will never have the money, like Ola's talking about, to go anywhere because there's no money in French football. There's no real, like, there's no American. You can say, I don't believe there's a strong American fan base that watches Ligue 1. I will go out and say that. I think there's more of an American fan base, obviously, for the Premier League, La Liga, and the Bundesliga. And you can probably throw Serie A in there over the Bundesliga, to be honest. Big up, Nems.
Right.
So I just feel like Ola's hit the fucking bullseye with that comment. Is that when Americans are watching the Premier League on NBC Sports and we're watching Wolves against Sunderland or something, there's still like 50 million people watching that.
Yeah.
You know, and that TV revenue is outrageous. It's outrageous. Like you said, Brighton selling players for 100. I think Caicedo went for 120 mil. Right. Because we spent 105 on Rice, and we know Caicedo went to Chelsea for a little bit more. You know, it's just stunning. And again, we've got 6 teams in the Champions League. And the thing to remember is that any team can beat any team on any given day. And that's been proven season after season in the Premier League, right? And it's kind of been proven, you can say, Italy too. And like to your point, Tony, with Bolo Glit, and I think one of the main key things we miss in that is desire, right? Desire. Bolo Glit beat Inter because they had more of a desire to win. They beat City because they were able to exploit City's weaknesses. Those players are very, very good. I think it's desire, bro. I think it's desire and fight. Yes, I think we do. I think that the story behind us right now is what's carrying us to the top a bit. The story behind it, finishing second 3 years in a row, adding someone like Zubamendi, adding someone like Gyökeres. It's more desire, right? Because we know City are flat without Haaland. They lose games when Haaland's injured. They lose games when Haaland is not hitting his potential out on the pitch. So I think there's a bunch of things that involve with that, Tony. But I think Ola hit the nail on the head that it's the TV revenue money that these teams get and any other sort of revenue resource they get to find those 2 or 3 players that can actually damage any team on any given day, right? Like, who's that? Who's the guy for Wolves? Gomez, right?
Yeah, Gomez. Right.
Gomez is a top player, Brazilian player, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the Brazilian national team. Maybe not as a starter, right? But he's at least linked to that, right? And so, you look at players at Palace, like Adam Wharton, absolutely fucking destroyed. Who they just beat.
Even though those players are Forest, like look at the Forest player Hudson. Like these guys aren't shit players. They will hurt you. They will hurt you in front of goal.
Jesus,
right?
Jesus, Hutchinson, Anderson, what a player!
God, Anderson, man.
Did you guys see the goals against City? Am I dreaming here? Oregon Gunner, did you see the goal against City that Anderson scored against City?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
What a goal.
Tottenham. Like, look at how bad Tottenham is. Like, can you still say that they have good players? I would say yes. Solanke's not that bad. Conor Gallagher, he's not the greatest. He's probably not Premier League level.
Kudus,
and they have like 10 injuries. And Kudus isn't that bad. We were linked to him as well, right? But it's just like they aren't playing well as a collective, and that's the problem we've had.
That's the problem they got.
As a collective, we have not played well, right, over the last 10, 12 years. That hasn't, we've got a couple, 2 or 3 FA Cups in our pocket, but at the end of the day, that was just kind of Wenger saying goodbye. I'm going to treat you guys to something before I leave, right? Mm-hmm. I just think that, like Ola said, there's too much money in the league to not have good players. And we say that, this is shit, because we're comparing it to Henry, Bergkamp, like I said, Ronaldo.
We're just spoiled, man. That's all it is. We're spoiled.
Right? You can't compare these iconic players to what we have now because those names just haven't been engraved yet. I mean, Holland's kind of the exception, right? Obviously, for winning a treble and so forth, and scoring 60 goals in one season, one calendar year. But I don't think the league is bad. I know a lot of our YouTube friends have been out there and saying the league is shit. The league is shit. Right? But I don't believe that. But I can see that it's not as good as it was like in the middle 2000s because we don't have those iconic players anymore right now. Those players that we consider very good now are trying to build that iconic status, right? And that takes time, right? Goikarez may score 30 goals next season, and then maybe we get a statue of him in 5 years if he stays, right? Who knows?
Well, come in for this one.
No real bad players in the Prem.
See, all right, I'm going to set a statue for Goikarez.
You never know. It's his first year. We got a 5-year contract. We'll see what happens.
I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit to that. Right?
Don't hold me to that either.
See,
the internet remembers now. The internet remembers.
Never forget. I know Nems and Drew will always remember that.
Someone will clip it. Someone's gonna clip it. See, Ola, the Brighton manager in that game against Brighton in our Premier League matchup came up at the post-game conference, and he said, "I do not want to be the kind of manager." Oh, red card to Wrexham. Wrexham is down by 1 man, so Chelsea will be going through.
Chelsea's going to take advantage.
So the manager now said, "You know what? Because of the dark art tactics displayed by Arsenal against Brighton this week, the manager came out and said, I don't want to be that kind of a manager that would tell my player to play like that. I don't want to be anything like Mikel Arteta." Bro, this is one manager that has come out directly, confrontationally, and called Mikel Arteta by his name. Bro, Arsenal fans might abuse and lay curses on that manager. But again, me personally, I like the enemies that would actually come out and tell me, "Hey, I hate you." Then we can find common ground. Yeah, this is a young manager saying, "Mikel Arteta, I do not want to be like you." But take it away, bro. Do you think he has the right to actually say something like that?
Of course, he has the right to say. Of course, he has the right to say that because Do you know how many managers Wenger used to moan about back in the day? Do you know how many managers Wenger used to cuss? Yo, these are these like do you know how many managers this cost Wenger back in the day as well? Right? So this happens. Like managers, they'll say this about each other in public.
BBK Sports.
But behind the scenes,
Sports,
salute to BBK. Big up yourself, BBK.
Big ups BBK. RG. Big up to you, my brother. He gives us 5. He gives us, oh my days. He gives us 5. Oh my days. Big up to you, BBK Sports, man.
Yeah,
thanks for that, my brother.
To show with him later,
bro. Big ups to you, man. Yeah, Ola, continue.
You were saying Ola before Tony cut you off?
Yeah. So, what was I even saying?
I don't know. Tony just cut right in there.
Oh yeah, we're talking about managers. We're talking about managers cussing each other. So these managers, they might say things against each other in public, and a lot of it is to put pressure on the other team or defend their own team, right? But in the background, when you're not watching, they in the pub having a glass of wine together, or going for meals with each other's fun, because they probably know each other's outside of the setting, or when they go to managers meetings or managers committees, that they do have those sort of places where they all link up and vote for certain things and certain things that goes on within the league. So yeah, he might come out and say this. I mean, Arteta has already said it, that this is not the first time that he's called me out. So I don't really care that he called me out. He's allowed to say what he wants. Arteta said many things about other managers, so every manager at some point will say, oh yeah, so check this out. I remember when Wenger used to cost Tony Pulis's football and Sam Allardyce's football, and said those guys, they don't want to play football. He said, I've heard Wenger say that. These guys didn't come to play football.
He hated Tony Pulis. Yeah,
he hated Pulis because of what Shawcross did to was it Eduardo? It was Eduardo, right?
Aaron Ramsey.
Oh, Aaron Ramsey. That's it. Yeah.
Taylor is the one that did Eduardo.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're saying we're overly physical, but we as a fan base have witnessed brutality at the hands of all these other physical teams. And I used to hear it back then that one of the ways to get anything from Arsenal, from an Arsenal game, because they just want to play tiki-taka around you, is bully them. Just bully them. Just stick it on them.
It's stuck in on them. Yeah.
And 100%. When you stick it on them, eventually they will fucking crumble. And we used to crumble. We used to crumble at them type of games. So for me, I don't mind that he came and said that. And to me, I'm actually liking the fact that Arteta said, "Hey, listen, he can say what he wants. I don't mind. I'll play the way I'll play the way I play." And what I do have to say to Ursula as well is, even though you got the right to say what you want to say, really and truly, I'd just rather you do something about it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, sure. Let the action talk more than words.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. I agree with you. I think he was right to say something. But let's be honest, Brighton are a hard team to break down. If we're not playing free-flowing, Arsenal-style football, you have to resort to some sort of different tactics. And I don't think it was dark arts. I don't think any of that was dark arts. I think he was a little bit mad because he won. Because he lost, sorry. Because he lost, right? So he's going to be bitter about that. And he lost at home.
I'd be mad too.
Home, right? So they need the 3 points as bad as we do. But no, I agree. I think these managers can say what they want, but as long as they keep it somewhat, some civility about it, right? You can critique another team's manager, you can critique their tactic, and you can agree with it or not. But at the end of the day, he knows that Brighton squad, their own manager knows that they're a hard team to break down, right? And we know, what we've seen, that they're a hard team to break down. And our players feel that too, right? When we consistently try and get into the final third and it's just not happening, the game is played pretty much in the middle of the pitch, that it's just, I don't see the dark arts as much as we've seen it before.
And I'm glad you said that.
But again, guys, do you think that Brighton manager has a point here? Because In that game against
Yeah, a little
Brighton,
bit.
Arsenal used 30 minutes out of a whole 90
So?
Was it 30 though?
That's not on us. That's hold on, Tony. That is not on us. That's on the referee to stop that. That's not on Arsenal. We can do what we want. Me and you could be in the cage fighting, and right? Me and you can be in the cage fighting. I could gouge you in the eyes, and if the ref is not stopping me from gouging you in the eyes, I'm gouging your eyes out. It's on the ref to pull me off and say no. That's against the rules. The ref is there to enforce the rules.
The only thing I get mad about is the only thing that drives me mad about the time wasting is the throw-ins. I got to be honest. I don't like Nkapie wasting time on the throw-ins because it gives time for the defense to get set. Right? That's what I look at it. It's like when you get the ball and you have a player running down the wing, throw it then. Make the defense reactive to what you're doing. You're setting them up. You know, letting them.
I know we don't like it now. But what if it's by design? Because if it's getting results, then
explain to me how Nkapie's throws that take 3 hours to get in equals a goal.
I'm moaning about it all the time. Don't get me wrong.
I know you do. I hear you on the shows.
Look how long they're taking. They're having a fucking mother's meeting on everything.
I know, and I get it, and I get right. Either you're aggressive with the throw-ins or you slow it down, and I kind of get it. But there's times Nkapie, let's be honest, has fucking stood there, picked his nose, you know, had a cheeseburger, had a couple pints, and then decided to throw the ball in. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? And I disagree that we took 30 minutes out of 90 to fall on the ground and take throw-ins. There's no way it was 30 minutes, bro. If somebody can show me proof that it was actually 30 minutes of us being...
It was a culmination.
Yeah, I get it. That's I don't believe that. I think that's a lot of
time. That's a lot of time.
I would have to see the proof of that, bro. I would have to see legitimate.
That's near enough half the game. That's near enough half the game.
No way. Now I could maybe debate 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, but there's no fucking way, bro, that we spent a half hour dicking around on the pitch doing nothing, wasting time for a half hour. I don't know.
And if we did, that's not on us. That's on the ref. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's on the ref.
Like I said, it gives us time defense to get set. It gives you more time to set up and then make sure you can counterattack and do whatever you got to do. I mean, I don't see it, bro. I don't see 30 minutes wasted. Now, if you can show me a piece of paper with some proof and stats, I'll concede. But there's no fucking way, bro.
It's out there. It's on TalkSport. It's everywhere.
Oh, bro. Yeah. Well, TalkSport is run by O'Hara, so
it's not a hidden stop.
Yeah, I've seen it around.
Okay, I haven't seen that around.
It's everywhere.
I don't see it, bro. Because you know what happens is when I watch the game is totally ends like on time. Right, the game ends on time. If it was 30 minutes, then we would draw this thing out. And Ola's right. It's the refs. It's the refs making calls where there are none. Right. It's the refs not calling fouls when someone really gets a knock. It has to be on the ground. It has to have the medical staff come out and look at them. Right. So Ola's got a good point. I think it's 90% refs, 10% managers. I just can't imagine Arteta is. I can't imagine. Actually, I take that back. I can imagine Arteta telling someone like Nkapie, Calafiori, or Ben White, or whoever, Timber, to find the best throw-in that we can to get the ball in play. I understand that, but I don't think he's telling those guys to time waste necessarily. I think he's saying go for the best opportunity. If the opportunity's not there, throw it backwards. Throw it
down. I've been into as a referee. I've been into many matches where the coaches tell their players to actually waste time. That's actually a management tactic.
No, if you let that happen, whose fault is that? Is that the manager's or your fault? If you've heard the managers tell his players to time waste and you let it happen, whose fault is that? Is that the manager's or your fault?
No, it's your
That's
fault.
on you, Tony. Especially if you heard it in the first place.
No. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
It's a tactic used
we know that
by managers. Managers actually tell their players to actually time wait.
Bro, time wasting has been around since the dawn of football, man. Like, what we talking about here, bro? Time wasting is part of football.
Long time.
You know what I mean? It's part of football.
I hear you, Ola, but not of dark arts proportion, bro. Bro, do you hear the timing that we're throwing out right now? 15, 20, 30 minutes. Bro,
15 makes
in the
sense.
time of old, yeah, they used to waste time, but not these astronomical numbers, though.
Yeah, but
15
look,
minutes, I think makes sense.
yeah, but hold on.
Minutes,
Why are we solely putting it on the teams? VAR wastes a lot of fucking time as well.
God, yeah.
They
VAR
waste so much time as well on
time.
bullshit.
Ola is breaking out the can of worms, man.
Bullshit, bro.
Ola,
Well, if we want to talk about time wasting, let's talk about it as a whole. Let's not just single out one bit. If we're going to talk about time wasting in the game and situations that doesn't need the amount of time that they spend on it, VAR is the biggest culprit.
100%. Wow.
They're the biggest culprit.
I agree.
It makes it hard to watch. They called the Crystal Palace player offside, like I said earlier, against Spurs because his nose crossed the plane, bro. His fucking nose. They showed the plane and his nose sticking out like this.
And it took him donkeys to come to that decision as well. It took him
10 minutes, bro. It took him like 8 minutes. And there's two people looking at it. Like, you can't decide.
It's
and
crazy.
The connectors were like, the way the pitch was cut, right? The dark stripe, the light stripe, the dark stripe, the light stripe. The ball was on the light stripe.
Hey,
so was the player.
But don't worry, Tony, man. Arsenal's responsible for what's going on in Iran right now, what's going on in Dubai. Arsenal's responsible for everything. Arsenal's responsible for World War III, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're responsible for time wasting, for vast fucking time wasting. We're responsible for fucking
Fergie time.
Yeah,
Fergie time.
Thank you. Thank you, Dal. This has been around for a long time. What are we talking about? Come on, man.
Fuck that Brighton coach. Fuck that Brighton coach. That son of a bitch. No, but Fergie time was the biggest culprit before VAR.
Serious?
Like,
For real?
Dribbling the ball around like he had nowhere else to fucking go.
Fergie, you're so right, Dal. You are so right. Fergie time had a life of his own. Fergie time had life of his own, bro.
Think of how many games he would have drawn or lost if it wasn't for Fergie time.
Oh my days.
Hundreds.
This is a bunch
Hundreds.
of things that Arsenal fans, people. See, I never really Oregon going and Ola when he's shameless, but this guy is shameless, bro.
Come on, bro. We gotta protect our interests here, man. We gotta protect our people, man. You know what I mean? We gotta protect our people, man. We gotta protect our community, man. You know what I mean? Protect our club, bro. Man. They only come see the Arsenal. Come see the Arsenal. They only come see the Arsenal. No, but but at the end of the day, I got to see proof, bro, that it's 30 minutes. Because like Drew said, 10, 15 minutes, yeah, but 30 minutes is just astronomical. But hey, if you could show me proof that we really wasted 30 minutes in an hour and a half game, I reckon they're blaming us for the time that fucking Brighton used to change their subs, get treatment. They put everything on us. They said we wasted all the minutes. Yeah, Brighton did nothing.
That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let me was 1.2. I'm telling you guys, 1 point quickly, Tony. No one wants us to win this.
Yeah.
No one. Right? We've heard set piece FC. We've heard own goals is our new number 9. Own goals, right? Time wasting. Bro, stop it. These, and I'm going to speak to our YouTube community friends. Stop it. Stop it. Don't hate. Congratulate. Congratulate, right? Okay. So, right. I'm tired of hearing about Owen goals, our new number 9 player, set piece FC. Sorry that we've scored 16 goals from set pieces, like Tony says. Boom, weapon of mass destruction. Suck on that, right? And number 3, we're time wasting. Well, go look at the VAR. Like Bola said, go look at all the VAR time that's taken up in every single match that's even close. Because what I know, what you guys know too, Tony, and you're being the referee, you know the laws of the game, right? Yeah. I thought the benefit of doubt goes to the attacker.
It always,
what I
always
remember,
it's supposed
Yeah,
to.
supposed to go to the benefit of the attacker,
Always.
not some fucking invisible shield where a nose is off sides. You know, and, I mean, what are we doing, bro? It always goes to the benefit of the attacker because what the league doesn't want is goals taken away. What the league wants itself is goals scored. Every team in the Prem wants the goals scored for themselves, right? I don't think half these teams could give a shit about, you know, time wasting and so forth. It's all about getting the goals, and the refs. Big up Stockholm, and the refs
Big up
need
Stockholm.
to realize that, and sometimes say, you know what, that's a goal. And if I'm a referee, I'll go against VAR. Why are we checking every goal now too? Like almost every goal has to go through this whole law and order bullshit about if it's good or not, right? If it's a clear goal, it's just that's the time wasting. It's VAR. This is all because of VAR, and it has killed the game a bit for me.
Yeah, definitely. People. I mean, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Big up to Stockholm. Big up to Drew Bonner to the chat with us. See, Ola, I'll bring you into this.
100%, Drew.
Oh my thing. See, Ola, you look at the remainder of our games. Yeah, I mean, it's not far from reality when you see a team like Nottingham Forest battling relegation, stepping up to City at the Etihad, telling City, we're coming here to test your gangster. Let's see what is going to happen. See, Ola, Arsenal have got West Ham. Arsenal have got Burnley at the end of the day, yeah? These are two sides, yeah, in the bottom half, yeah, fighting for relegation. Do you still see Arsenal dropping points to these teams that have no shame, yeah, that are actually battling for survival? Do you think we drop points against them?
Oh, yeah. Look, this is the Premier League, and we just spoke about how any team, you can't call any game at this moment in time. Any team can make you drop points, and that's not so much to your own fault, but it's how good they are, and maybe the trouble that certain teams are in, the likes of the Forest, the West Hams, the Burnleys, the Leeds. The kind of trouble they're in is making them push for the type of football that we are now seeing from these teams. I mean, Sunderland did it for so many years before they got relegated. They'll wait till 10 games, 15 games to go before the season's done, and then they wake up. They'll lose every game up until the last 10 games, and they know they need 30 points, and all of a sudden Sunderland wakes up and they win enough games to stay up. We've seen it time and time again. So that could be something that's happening here right now, and I think the quality of the players that we got in the Premier League, not the quality of the gameplay, just the players, because those two things can be definitely separated, because sometimes you could have good quality players but not get the best out of them, right? Which is what we see that's happening at Tottenham right now. They've got some good players. They're like Dal pointed out there just now, but they're just not getting the best out of them. So if you then bring in some of the coaches that we've seen in and around the league, a lot of these guys are experienced. Some of them have trained bigger club. Managed some big clubs and then come into the league and take over the likes of Wolves and all these other teams as well. So I think we have to at least give respect. We might not like it, we might not love it, but we've got to respect this bottom teams that's in the other half of the table that's in the Premier League, because on any given day, if you're not on your P's and Q's, they will fuck you up. You will get punched up by these teams. You will get moved to by these teams. And bro, what we need to continue to do is to make sure that we're doing our job as best as we can, and make sure we're getting the points that we need on board. Now we've got a nice little reprieve. I know we're gonna touch on that, but to your question, can these bottom teams take points off of us? I still think we'll drop points. I think City will drop points. There's still a lot of games to go, but we are running out the wrong way. The bit that I think is going to be very, very significant for us is not so much dropping points to the team, but the Champions League fixtures where it affects City, more than it affects us. I think that's going to make a big difference in the upturn of results to the point where it's going to force City to decide which way they want to go. You know, what do they want to focus on more? You know, so, and we're going to have to, when that time comes, we're going to have to need to take advantage of that moment there, because it's there for, we worked hard for it to get first place in the Champions League, and that's why we got the type of draws that we got. So all those little intangibles, when they come into play, we got to maximize it. And once we do that, I think we're going to be able to deflate City in some way for them to say, you know what, it's not even worth chasing the league no more. Let's concentrate on the Champions League, or let's concentrate on, you know, whatever else we got going on over here, the FA Cup or whatever else. So I think that when that intangible comes into play, we need to maximize it. 100%.
Oregon, yeah, sure. Ola, thanks for that. Yeah, Oregon, I'll factor you into this year. See, just yesterday, me and Ola were sharing some stuff, yeah, on WhatsApp, and I sent Ola some statistics about a particular matchup we had with Manchester United some couple of years ago, maybe over a decade, when Lingard was still down there, Millie rocking in our stadiums everywhere. Yeah. Arsenal had 75% of the ball possession. They had the remainder of the possession, but they beat us 3-1. See, Oregon, stinky football, somehow bad. Yeah. Most podcasters I've seen in our community, even positive goons, agree on one thing, that we're playing stinky football this season. But stinky football has gotten us points against Brighton in a very hard ground at the Amex to go collect maximum points. It has helped us to do Chelsea real dirty this season. Yeah, same stinky football we're talking about. Right. Yeah, and we're top of the Premier League, and it doesn't have any answer to this stinky football that we're playing. Do you think we should just think it out from now to the end of the season, rather than putting up a performance? Because it now shows that even putting up performances might not even enable you to win the game per se, really much. But I mean, if you put up a stinky performance, you might just win it. And winning is what you want at the end of the day. So do you think this is sustainable? Should we just think it out from now to the end of the season? Because I remember the Arsenal getting how many percent of the ball possession against Wolves, and we completely threw that game away. But with the ones that were sharing the possession, stinking it up totally, we're winning. So, I mean, would you be proud? Another question additional to that. Would you also be proud if we win the league like this?
No. And this is what I've said. And I know I may get slayed for this, but I've said it time and time again. If we only win this league by 1 or 2 points from the positions we've had throughout the season, 6 points, 7 points, 8 points. I think at one point, I don't think we were at 9 points ever. I think the highest we were was at 7. You know, we will draw. I think to be honest, guys, I think the only game we drop points to is City. I think we draw at the Etihad. But I've also said, and I'll get slayed for this, that if we only win this league by 1 or 2 points, I want him sacked. It's not good enough, right? Because again, like I said earlier, all the haters are going to come out. Oh, you only won the league because of Owen goals. You only won the league because of set pieces. You only won the league because of referee decisions. You only won the league because of the dark arts. You only won the league because of this. You only won the league because of that. Then we will never get the credit for winning it. But Arteta has to win it, I would say, by 4 points or more. I really do. I just don't, and I don't think that playing the stinky football, it's not that we're playing stinky football, it's that we get the mindset of dropping ourselves a lower level to the level of opposition. Right?
I got a scenario for you. Though.
Let me hear it.
Stinky football, bro. Stinky
football.
Stinky football.
I got a scenario for you based on what you just said. If he wins by, say, 2-3 points, you want him sacked. What if he wins, say, like the Champions League and say, like the Carling Cup or the Carabao Cup?
So we get 3. The Prem.
No. Let's just say the UCL and the League Cup or the FA Cup. Say like a cup double. Okay. Right? But the Champions League is one of the cup doubles.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you still want him sacked? I'm asking this question for a specific reason, but I want the answer first before I open up.
Yes.
You still want him sacked?
I do. And I know that sounds for some fans, that's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it's, to me, this whole season, it hasn't been Arteta. It's the players. We've got the right players in now. This is one of the best squads we've had in the last decade. And I have said that. The players are very, very good, right? Berta has done very well at the club and getting the contract signed and getting the players we need, right? I don't think that Arteta should get a lot of the favoritism of like Arteta did it. I don't believe that. Declan Rice did it. Gyökeres did it. Madueke did it at times, right? I mean, I'm not going to throw Saka in there because he's been shit, right? Zubamendi at times has done it. Gabriel and Saliba have done it, right? This manager has 6 years of failure, you guys. 6 years of failure. Five years of failure.
But can I also say to you that these players that you just mentioned,
the same.
But wait, guys, does the treble cleanse this scenes away? If he wins the
treble, maybe. I'm not so sure.
The treble in the season. If he
but
gets
here's
the treble,
the thing, guys. Here's why I say that. Let me reinforce, Tony. But let me reinforce what I'm saying. The team sets the first 11 speaks for itself.
I don't agree with Dal, by the way. Just say. I don't agree with Dal, by the way. I have a different thought process. But I'm enjoying what you're saying. Right.
I want to like solidify my thought. Right.
Yeah.
That when you have a squad that's made up of the players that we have, you expect this squad under any manager to win it. That's my point. I don't think Arteta should be getting all this praise for working with a squad that cost $1 billion fucking dollars, you guys. It's taken us $1.2 billion to get to this point, and we're still struggling to get it over the line. We're still struggling.
Trust Chelsea have spent this kind of money before.
Tony, that's fine. They bought the wrong players, Tony. They bought the wrong players. That's fine to say, Tony. I get that. They've spent more money, but it's been on the wrong players. They've spent money because they have a team they have fucking 50 players they bought. And then they loan them out to fucking, what is it, that Vitesse team in fucking, I don't know, whatever, Austrian team that's like their their team. My point is, Arteta is not the architect that we think he is. You know what I mean? And we know this. I think as a collective, the three of us don't really rate him that highly. We rate him when he does good, and we slam him when he does shit. Right? And that's the thing. We've waited so long under this manager to get where we're at now. I don't think he deserves the praise. I don't think it's like, oh, Arteta's figured it out, and this is why we beat City 5-0. No, the players were on it that day. The players were on it when we beat Villa 4-1. The players were on it when we beat Spurs 4-1. I don't think it's like some tactical masterclass that Arteta did. I'm sorry. And I don't really dislike the guy. I think he's a decent manager. But again, he's a rookie manager for one of the biggest teams in the world.
If he wins the treble this season,
if he wins the treble, if he wins the treble, that's different. The double I can kind of see. If we win the Premier, right? If Stockholm's saying, if we win the Premier League and the Champions League, of course he's going to stay. Right, of course he's going to stay, but I just don't think like his managerial tactics is what has gotten us to this, guys. I think it's the players themselves that have pushed this team almost to the limit at times because we have had some serious injuries. We have seen key players out. Thank God it hasn't been Declan Rice for a long time because we wouldn't even be in the position where if he was been injured for a long time.
But again, don't you think it would be disingenuous to say that because literally his set piece,
probably a little bit,
his set piece, eccentricity,
coaches, his team that he assembled.
season.
Fair enough, but just because you assemble them doesn't mean they're going to perform. Arsene Wenger was assembling teams that we went on 20 years without winning a Prem. I just think that it's, to me, I guess my attitude is this. It's more on the players for really wanting it and having the right players in the right positions that really are pushing us through. When Declan Rice gets those headers in the 89th minute last season and we went 2-1 against United, it wasn't some fucking Arteta managerial fucking revelation. Genius. It was Declan Rice going in there for the goal. And that's what I'm saying. You have the right players. If he was to do this with a team, let's say Spurs, if our players were Spurs players, and we won it with Arteta.
Isn't the reasons that you've laid out? Let me offer some thoughts to what you've said. I mean, and this is not me. And this is not me being Arteta stan or whatever, right? But let me offer some thoughts. Isn't that the reason why the players get way more money than the manager? Because they're the ones that have to, once they cross the white line, they're the ones that have to go out there and execute. All Arteta can do is motivate. The rest is on the players to go out there and do. So when you say it's the players that did it, of course it's the players that did it. It's not Arteta that did it. They did it, right? My point is this, right? My point is this. Arteta, when you look at these players, rightly or wrongly, whichever way you want to look at it, all the players that you reeled off, that you listed off, it's Rice that did it. It's because of Zubimendi. It's because of Saliba. It's because of Gabriel. It's because of Raya. It's because of this guy, right? Every single one of those players will tell you, I only signed my contract because of Arteta. They tell you that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying to you.
I understand.
That's why I'm saying let me offer some thoughts. They love Arteta, right? Regardless of what we think.
I'm trying to throw out some. I know. I understand. I'm throwing out some outliers. I get that, and I get that for people that say you're crazy, Dal. What are you talking about? He won us the league. I disagree. He has won us the league.
I've publicly said if he wins the Carabao Cup, he gets 18 months. I've said that. If he win, bro, do you know how long I've been starving, bro? Do you know how many scars I've got on me, bro? Like, brother, do you know how fucking these scars to me? Yeah, some Django stars, bro. Like, bro,
the last 5 years behind me. The last 5 years have been an absolute clusterfuck shit show. We've knocked out of the FA Cup, knocked out of Carling Cup, finished second 3 years in a row. Injuries to Saka still playing him. Injuries to Jesus still playing him. Injuries to Martinelli still playing him. There's so many negative things on this manager, in my humble opinion, that we know there's better managers out there. If we put our nuts on the table, like Kenny Kent says, we go and get a Zinedine Zidane. We go and get a Luis Enrique to propel us even more. I'm going to say right here, guys, if we win the league this season, which looks pretty damn good that we will, that if we win the league this season, that is going to open doors for opportunities for new managers, more experienced managers to take us to that next level that this manager has shown. It's too much of a donkey show to get there.
What if he took you to all those levels this season? Because he's got the opportunity to do that. What if he takes you to all those levels? Which is what we were at. That's what Tony just asked you. What if he won the treble? Right? Does he clean it up for you? That's what Tony just asked you.
It does not clean it up, but it does make a statement that we should
tough customer. Hey, I love you, Dal, man. I love you, Dal. You're a tough fucking customer, bro.
I want the best.
Wait a minute.
I love you, Dal. You're a tough fucking customer, bro.
Even Guardiola, who we do understand is the best manager in the world, hasn't actually won a treble in this league, bro.
He did win a treble.
He did. He won a treble. And he done a 4P. What are you talking about? He won a treble.
No. 4P is different from a treble.
No, he's done a treble and a 4P. He's done both. He's done both.
No. Well, no, not with the Champions League, bro. Bro, come on, man.
No, not with the what are you talking about? Not with the Champions League. The Champions League was part of his treble. He won the FA Cup, won the league, and won the fucking Champions League. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. That's
United gave him the fucking treble. United is the team that gave him the treble. Remember? They lost the FA Cup to him. We lost the league to him, and they fucking won the Champions League in the same season.
Now, he would be the only second manager to actually have achieved that, apart from Alex Ferguson.
Right. It's a very rare thing to do.
It's a rare thing to do. If Arteta achieves the Champions League this season, the Carabao Cup this season, and let's say maybe the Premier League this season, bro, are you telling me?
And it looks plausible that two of them could happen. I would keep him on. I'll keep him on for two of them.
Plausible, bro. It looks plausible, bro. Do you think anyone out there will be saying this manager is a bad manager? I mean, do you think a rival out there
saying
this is a
I'm not saying he's a bad manager. I'm just taking the data and the suffering that you and me and Ola and our friend Stockholm Gunnar and Drew Gunnar and always have been through the last 5.5, 6 years on this fucking ride with Arteta. There's no if we win it once, what's it going to get labeled as? Leicester City settings. And again, we won it from own goals. We won it from set piece. All the excuses we're going to hear of how we won it. And some of those excuses will be true, right? Some of that will be true, right? But the thing is that I do not think we win it in 26, 27. I must say, under this manager.
What if he wins just the Premier League in 06, 07?
26, 27? If he wins it?
What if he wins the Premier League that year?
Sack him.
And that's rare to do. Do you know how many clubs is done back to back? Not many clubs is done back to back, bro. What are you talking about? Man said sack him.
I'm just joking. No, of course I'm joking.
Man said sack him.
Because I know reality is the thing. Sack him. Sack him. If we were back to back in 2 seasons, of course, we see what the third season is, etc. Right? But I don't want to get into. But what I don't want to get into, guys, and I think you'll agree with me on this, I don't want to get in Wenger territory where this guy hangs around for 30, 40 years.
My thing is this,
That's my worry. That's my worry.
I hear you, Dal. But my thing is this: if we're going to stick it on the manager for all these 6 years that you're talking about, that we've all suffered together, right? If we're going to stick it on the manager, then the owners don't get away with it too. The owners, because they allowed it to happen. They sat there and allowed it to happen.
They sacked him 2 years ago. They sacked him last season. They got views.
So
subscribe to Views, my G.
Big up yourself, Views. Yeah, salute to my boy, Views. The thing is this.
I just want better. I want better. I want more experience and better.
Because there's responsibilities for everyone. And I just don't think the players last season, for example, all right, a lot of them had injuries. But when a lot of them went off the boil, bro, they went off the boil. Yeah, these players went off the boil, man.
And why didn't Arteta get them back on the boil? Why didn't Arteta, if he's so good, why didn't he get them back into winning position?
And this is the thing. Arteta takes some of the blame, but the players are gonna get some of them. They're the ones that get paid more money. They went off the fucking boil. They got responsibilities as well, right? And that's why I don't want some of these players around this team. All the time, Tony, when we was talking about it last season, a catalog of players that I wanted gone. I've always said this to you. I even said to you that Saka, I'll be gone. I don't give a fuck. I said that to you. I don't care who you are. If you're not wearing my badge properly, bro, 100%. Right, and representing, be gone. You don't want to play for this club?
But part of my reasoning for wanting him sacked, let's say we win the Prem and only the Carabao Cup, right? Part of the reason is number one is because there is better out there. And I don't have a problem with shaking his hand, giving him his bonus check, and saying, thank you, you've got us over the hump. Now we have to go for the full ride. We have to put our turbo ignitions on and go for the full ride. So that means we land a top manager who has more experience in getting to these finals and these cup finals than
City lose it to Newcastle, by the way.
They are, yeah.
Do you know how hard that would even be to achieve to actually,
Yes.
you know what? Yeah, even if he wins, yeah. Me personally, now this is a personal wish. I wish we could employ a manager who could play me some goddamn tiki taka and win the league. This is my own wish, but I'm looking at it, yeah, from the side of the owners, from the side of some of these fans. They would literally feel like Arteta has actually won them these trophies. That's what they're looking at the end of the day.
There's a part of me that thinks that as well.
And I'm sorry, it's going to be shocking for the management to say after Arteta maybe wins the Champions League and the Premier League this season, for instance, it would be so hard and harsh, yeah, in the eyes of the fans that they are.
Hey, Tony, I don't think we're going to change Dow's mind. I think Arteta and the team are the ones that's going to be able to change your mind. You have certain expectations. You have certain expectations, and you're entitled to them. And it's your match day experience and your expectations.
It's my expectation.
Only you know what you want from you know what you're investing in.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not 100% sold on sack him immediately.
If he wins the Champions League, he stays. He actually gets a statue, bro.
I think you should get a statue if he fucking wins the Champions League, bro. Like nobody's done that before. No one
done that before, bro.
No one. That's that. Like if stuff like that don't get you if stuff like that don't get you statues, then what does? If stuff like that don't get you statues, what does?
But what manager? Okay, who are the teams we have the Champions League? Bayer Leverkusen. Okay, listen.
I promise.
Beat those 4 teams with this squad. That's what I'm saying. And the other side I wanted to make a point is that for the positive side for what you guys are saying too as well from the Arteta thing is that these players have bought into the system. There's a reason why Declan Rice came. There's a reason why Saka signed a contract. Right. There's a reason why Saliba re-signed a contract, Gabriel. And I know Arteta plays a part in that. But I also think that these players have signed contracts because the collective of the players is very strong. The relationships of the players are very strong together, right? I know Odie, we kind of pushing him out the door, thank God, a little bit. But the connection to the players and what we're working on and achieving now is extremely strong, right? And so that's why I say, like, if we were to sack him, it would have to be in the summertime, right? Because we would need a new manager in to get 2 or 3 players in. We'd need a new manager in to get a preseason. We need a new manager to kick off the new season, right? If we were to sack him now, let's say we completely go ass up and we finish second, City wins it, and then we sack him, let's say, mid-season sometime, I think that really actually destroys the players' brains. I think that destroys the mentality that the players encompass within themselves outside of what the manager does, right? And I just so long on this. 1 minute. We've been so long on this tour with Arteta that has culminated in this, and we still struggle to get it over the line. Right, even though we are 6-7 points up.
Oregon, I'm struggling to understand this from you. If Arteta, I'm just saying, if Arteta wins the Champions League, it means he's the best manager in Europe.
That's right. If he wins the Champions League, I would expect him to stay.
It means he's the best manager in the Premier League for the year that you win it.
True,
bro. I struggle to see it. How the owners and the fans would say,
right. The owners won't do it. The owners won't do it. Right. No, right.
I'm now struggling to see the fans say, go out. Tell them the best manager in Europe and then the best manager in the league to go out.
I get it. The nucleus of my argument is that I don't see us kicking on from that, Tony. I just don't see it with this manager. Yes, I will say, okay. I will concede my argument a little bit for my brothers here, right? If he wins the Premier Champions League, and I think we can beat City in the Carabao Cup. If he wins those 3, yes, there's more of me would be like, oh, this is fantastic. Let's keep on.
And it's not like we don't care about
that's progress. We just got surprised. I didn't even think we'd get this out now. Tony, don't make him change his mind. I didn't even think we get that out of down, man. You know what I mean? Let's take the win where we can get it, bro. That's a win. That's a win right there.
Where it's like, okay, we've won it.
That's a win.
Now bring in a top manager to take us to that next level. I don't think this manager will take us to that next level. It was we win the league. It's Leicester City's. It's Leicester City settings. We see City, Liverpool.
I promise you. I promise you right now.
Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Right? You see where I'm going with this? I don't think there's any longevity in success with this manager. So I guess that's my key point.
I promise you something right now, man.
Hold on a second, Ola. That's my key point. Hold on, Tony. That's my key point. I personally don't see him building on the success that we have this season. What I see is more struggling, more dark arts, more Owen goals, number 9, more set piece FC, right? All these excuses, right? I don't think we kick on. Who would I bring? I would bring in Luis Enrique, Stockholm. That's who I would bring in.
That is a manager who will, by that time, fail in Europe. Is the one you're going to bring to replace
what you're
saying. In
Europe.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Also, manager who's already won it.
What does can I ask you? Hey, 1 minute. Can I ask you a question? What does Arteta have to do? What does Arteta have to do to get a statue at the Emirates, in your opinion?
I think there needs to be more consistency in the following season, because you guys are right. The owners are not going to sack him. Let's be level-headed. The owners are not going to sack him. But I don't believe that 1 season out of 6 he gets a fucking statue.
What does he have to do?
He has to win 3 Prems, 2 Champions Leagues, and 4 FA Cups.
How many managers have done that?
No, okay, I'll to be real, yeah, Hansi Flick. I would take Hansi Flick. Exactly. No, I know, you guys know I'm talking. No, if he wins the Prem 2 years in a row and the Champions League is in there, if he wins the Prem next season too, he wins 2 Prems and a Champions League, possibly a statue.
I love you,
I don't think it's a burden. I really think that we're going to see more of the same. We're going to, these players are going to come in, and he's going to, yes. I'm joking.
You don't lost your mind, Dal. You don't lost your mind.
2 Prems and a Champions League, possibly a statue. I want 3 Carabao Cups as well.
Fucking with you, my man.
No, I'm fucking with you guys. No, 2 Prams and a Champions League. That's statue material right there.
Hey, look at Dal. Dal said, "I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for a lot." Is that a lot to ask for?
Yeah, I just want it all. I just want everything. No. The root basis of my argument is that it's not convincing to me, guys. It's not too convincing to me, fellas. If we win this league the way it's been and the way we've been up and down with points, if we only win it by 1 or 2 points, that's not a sackable offense. I'll give you guys that. But it does ask questions about where we're going the following season. It really does. Because I want to win this thing at a canter. I want 4, 6, 7, 8 points. I want to make a statement that, yes, we won it, regardless of the own goals. Like I said, that's set piece FC.
Let me ask you this. Would you like to win it how Liverpool won it last season?
Absolutely.
Or win it like City did with the Aguero moment?
The Liverpool. My heart can't take an Aguero moment, bro. I can't. I mean, that's fantastic, but it's written in lore, right? Oh my God, Goico has scored a goal.
Again, I asked that question for a reason. There's a reason why I asked that.
No, I want to win this by 6 or 8 points.
So you like the way Liverpool won it versus the way City won it with the Aguero moment? Okay, right. The reason why I asked that, I'm going somewhere with this. The reason why I asked that is if you look at the way Liverpool won the Premier League last season, after they won the Premier League mathematically and everybody knew they won it, they went off the boil.
Yeah.
Right? And then that trickled into the preseason and the first 5 games of the season this season. Because they checked out. You see, when you win on the last day, your mind is ticking. Your mind is working. The players are working. They're on edge. They're on it. You know what I mean? They're on it every single game until they know they can't be flawless. and sometimes that momentum carries you into the following season.
But-
It's the
but
same thing we saw with Spurs.
But
Right?
again, do you trust Arsenal under that kind of pressure?
But this is
Winning
what
the
this
game at the
again.
last-
We've been under that kind of pressure. We lost it by 2 points on the last day.
Ola, do you?
We've been under that kind of pressure.
Because of Arteta's decision to play Jesus instead of Havertz up front.
Ola, wait. Ola, I'll ask this question again. Do you trust this, not the old? Do you trust this Arsenal team, to win under pressure with this Aguero type of win with Man City?
The reason why I would say so far yes, right, is and this is just based on sample size that I've seen this season. We've played how many games this season? Over 40 games.
Oh yeah. Easily.
Right, easily over 40 games.
Easily.
Right, we've only lost 3 games. That tells me there's a shift in mindset to where we was last season to where we are this season. Right.
Good point.
So because we've only lost that, and that's why I'm saying I'm only going by data sample of what I have this year. We've played over 40 games and we've only lost 3. And if you look at the 3 games we lost, look at the goals, the type of goals we lost.
A goal against Aston Villa, right? Yeah, no, of course.
Just look at the type of goals we lost, right? It's either a gift or worldy, right? We don't really lose games by to beat us. One thing they've showed me this year, for Arsenal to lose to you, you will have to play a magnificent fucking game, right? So for me, I think we can. We were doing the me and Lee was doing the Brighton game, right? And remember we scored in the 9th minute, right? Yeah. And when it came to like 82 minute into the 82nd minute, Lee was saying to me, "Oh, what makes you think we're gonna get through this game?" And I said, "Because we've winged it for 82 fucking minutes. We've been sat here watching them winging it for 82 minutes. They're going to get to 90 minutes and we're going to get the 3 points." Right? So the thing is, when you see how the team has been performing all season long, this is not just one game or 5 games or 10 games, all season long. What they've showed me is they can deal with that kind of pressure. Because every time, what I didn't see last season is us capitalizing on City dropping points or Liverpool dropping points. We're also going to drop points when they did that. We've done that. We've changed that a couple times this season. Where City's drop points, we pick points up. Again, this match again. Yeah, this is not something that we've seen before. We don't normally do this.
Right.
They drop points, we drop points, or they put a little bit of pressure on us. We buckle. But I've seen them get to 2 points. Within 2 points of us twice this season, and we've moved away again. We've moved away, so that's showing me something different to what I've seen the last couple seasons.
I know, but what you're saying too, Ola, is that we're relying on City to do that. We're thankful that City.
That's part. I mean, if you've been part of many league title wins that Arsenal's seen, you have to rely on other teams to do work for you as well. You have to. It's all part of winning the Premier League journey. You're not just going to win it just on your own points. You have to, sometimes some other teams got to do something for you.
You made the comment about last season. Arteta's decision to take an informed Havertz and put him at left mid and force Jesus back in. And what happened? We fucking lost to Aston Villa. Those decisions. Those are the decisions that, I'm sorry, I keep a track of those decisions, right? And I swear down, Ola, if we're for 2 points up, Ola, on the last day, and Crystal Palace, he decides to become the fucking Tinkerman, and put Gabriel Jesus there and Havertz at fucking right back or some bullshit on the second and last game of the season, and we lose it to City by 1 point because let's say they kick on, let's say they beat us. Then it's like, then I want him absolutely fucking gone.
All right, so but the same thing applies. The same thing applies to City, though. The same thing applies to City. Villa, hold on. Hear me out. Villa could have been knocked out of the Europa League. They need a point to fucking qualify for Champions League to get in the top 4. They're playing City last game of the fucking season. The same thing applies to them. They could make City drop points. And this City that we're seeing right now, they're losing to Newcastle. Right this moment.
Is not going to take out Holland and put in fucking Mamouche and put fucking some random player at left mid. Like, he's not going to make those decisions, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, you got a good point, but City has the flexibility to make those decisions. Okay, so we lost it by 1 or 2 points this season, but we've won it 6 times in the last 10 years. You know, that's the thing. I think that, you know, that when the decisions come down to where the rubber meets the road and their clutch decisions, Arteta has failed. Arteta has failed. In the last 4.5, 5 years of making those clutch decisions, he has failed. Right? And I don't want to see the same thing happen this season.
You're not answering this question, though. If he wins the treble, does it wash it away?
Nothing gets washed away.
Okay.
Hey, Tony, this is your fault. This is your fault, Tony. This is your fault. I'm blaming you. We had a win earlier on, and now fucking Dow's fucking took the fucking win back. We had the fucking win. You know what I mean? You should have just took the win when you had it.
I'm not the one that made the decision to play Havertz left mid last season and force Jesus back in the game against Villa in the last game of the season. I'm not the one making those decisions. Arteta makes bad decisions in the fucking clutch moments that we've seen the last 5.5, 6 years. If he wins the treble, keep him. If we only win the Prem, like I said, remember my argument was based on if we only win the Prem, if we lose everything else and we only win the Prem by 3 points or less, I want him sacked. 3 points or less, I want him sacked. Only if we lose everything else. If he wins the treble, of course he's going to stay. But winning the league when you are 7 to 8 points up throughout the course of the league and you only win it by 1 point is fucking disgraceful. I'm sorry. That means he's making bad decisions in the end of the season in clutch time. Does that Ola?
Ola.
Yeah.
For Ola. Does that make
Ola?
Yeah, I hear you. Like I said,
Ola, we've heard Oregon, you know. If this manager wins a double,
we hear Oregon Gooder. Let me mute myself.
no.
Enough of Oregon Gooder. Pick up Don C. You want to take his spot?
It's not about that. I want to get this thing with Ola. Yeah, you've just heard what Oregon Gooder said. How about you? If the manager wins a double this season, a Champions League and a Premier League, does he stay for you? Does he get a statue for you?
No. You just slow down.
No, it's unfair. No,
slow down.
No. It's
unfair. Yeah. I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
Build a statue for the man if he gets the treble.
I've said this.
Stop the statue talk.
No. The statue talk does come into play. It does come into play. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Hold on. Let me hear me out. Hear me out. There you go. Hear me out.
Listen to me now and hear me later.
So I've said this, right? For me, go and win me any of the cups, right? And for me, you got time. That's credit in the bank. And the reason I say this is because of how much it disrespected the cups over the years. I've wanted us to be serious in our cup competitions. It's no secret for everybody. It's something I've pulled my hair out over it so many times, right? So him winning domestic cups for me is enough to give him credit in the bank to go again, right? Then winning the league title, banging, because we haven't done so in 22 years. He's got 6 years of that, right? But the club, the ownership, and a good chunk of Wenger regime is responsible for that, because we offset. We use the stadium to offset some of these ambitions that the fans actually want. What you promised us that we were going to move to the new stadium for, right? So we are now at this point where, in our history, we could be onto some major things, and this is why I say the Champions League come into play. Even if he just does that alone, for me, that puts him in a different level of managers that we've had at this club.
Very
right?
true.
It puts him in a
different that point.
It puts him in it puts him in a league where we don't even have them type of managers because we ain't won the Champions League, not in this format, anyways, right?
Yeah.
So when you're the first manager to do that with the owners backing,
right?
I'm telling you right now, there's not many. I could call Lee right now on the phone and say if Arteta wins Champions League for you, in your mind does he get a statue? He said, give me a statue. I've heard him say. I've heard him say.
I've
heard him say.
Statue,
right?
The king of the ducks.
Yeah, I've heard him say.
I mean, if the
right?
king of the ducks,
yeah, give him a statue.
That's the king.
I've heard him. There's nothing higher you can win for the club. There's nothing higher you can win for the club other than that. So
he's the king.
And I get why he has to give you consistency for you to believe it, because it might be a flash in the pan situation.
Right.
And I get why you think that. And that's perfectly logical. It could be a flash in the pan situation. So that's why we say, okay, so if say he won the Champions League, he gets kept on, but the following season he wins like the league and the cup like a Carling Cup or FA Cup.
Or nothing.
Or nothing. Right. If he wins nothing, then we're having conversations. Right? We're having conversations, uncomfortable conversations. I already said this season, if you don't win anything, I get what I want either way. Right? Because I don't believe it will stay on or it will be kept on if he doesn't win anything this season. If you win something, you already got credit in the bank. So either way, I get what I want. With you, it's a little bit with what you want from what you've put into the season. You want consistency out of it, so you want to see it next season. But if it's gone by the end of the season, you're not going to see the consistency you're asking for. I'm trying to say.
We will find better.
Yeah, but and again, Ola, I mean, you've got that real good, yeah. But again, it will be very interesting, to see Liverpool's response next season. If they keep Anslot, after this season. That will tell me what I need to really know.
Dal,
because
do you credit Slot for Liverpool's Premier League win last season?
He's winning nothing. So, I mean, let's see what happens after that one. It will be so interesting to see what happens to Slot next season.
Yes and no. I give Slot 50-50 because I think he came in, obviously, with a pre-built team that Klopp had a lot of success of. Salah actually hit a good streak last year. I mean, he's been absolutely dog shit this season. Probably not as much. I would probably say it's 70% players and 30% Slot last season, right? The players were already new. And I think, I don't know who put the comment in there about Liverpool. Was it here, there, or Drew Gunner? Or always put a comment in there earlier that, with Liverpool is that, but they still have heritage. Right, I know we've got heritage too, not to the level of Liverpool. They still have heritage, right? So a bad season for them, in some cases, could be a good season for us. At some points, I know that's kind of crazy, but my point is that if he wins something, and I know he's not going to get sacked, right? If he wins the Prem, the Champions League, he's definitely not getting sacked. But if he doesn't win. If he doesn't win anything, though, Ola, I want to go back. But if he doesn't win anything, fellas, if he doesn't win anything this season, hold on, Tony. It still makes it a good opportunity for another manager to look at Arsenal and say, wow, this guy got them somewhere. I can take them to this level. And that could be Enrique, that could be Hansi Flick, that could be Allegri, Zinedine Zidane, whatever name you want to throw in there that has a history of winning, I'm down for. But here's the part where I get to guys. So let me ask you.
How about the reality? I mean,
what is the reality?
The sensible thing, but with Arsenal, there's always a reality flashpoint, bro. The reality just flashes on you. This manager has failed for up to 5 to 6 years, and they will give him more money. They will give more money. So what is the proof?
My point for you.
The proof in the pudding that this manager that has failed in this way, and that he has been given more money as reward for his failure, is gonna go win the treble and then gonna sack him. Bro, come on, bro. Let's be real.
Right.
Let's be real. No one is.
I did not say. Hold on. I didn't say. I did not say that if we win the treble, we sack him.
I did not say. I did not say you said. I'm just saying that anyone who thinks that they're going to sack this manager after he wins a treble or a double, bro, the person is dreaming. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're right. I agree. That was part of my argument as well.
5 to 10 years, and they even put more money for him. Made him a billion pound manager, bro.
Oh, come on. Here's what we're saying. Let me ask you guys. Okay, we win. Let's say we win the league, and let's say we win the Carabao Cup, and let's say we win the FA Cup, which really isn't out of the realm of possibility. Champions League, as we know, is much more difficult, right? Especially when you start to get to the quarterfinal stage. You start playing some of the top teams. What happens in December when we're fourth? And we're 10 points behind Liverpool or 12 points behind City. What happens then in November? Or December, sorry. What happens December?
Then heads should roll. Heads should roll.
If we're fourth.
Heads should roll.
But again, in this same thing about heads should roll, that's why I asked about this Liverpool stuff. Now, if Liverpool keeps and slot next season, people could still say, well, Liverpool won the title.
But hold on, Tony. But Liverpool's different. Liverpool's slightly different.
I mean, people would say, oh, okay, Arteta won the treble. He even won more than Anslot.
Hold on, Tony.
Yeah, but you
hasn't been there 6 years.
No, we need to slow down with the Arteta winning a trouble talk, man. We need to slow down with that Arteta winning a trouble. You just saying it like he's gonna do it, bro. Like the way you're just spouting it out, man. Like it's like he's already done like slow the fuck down, bro. You know what I mean? We got the 21st of this month to handle first. That's the most important fucking match, apart from the one we played today. Yeah, Wembley, Carabao Cup. Get me there, all right? Stop all this treble talk, bro.
Do we sack them in and then it destroys the mentality of the teams? Because I believe a lot of these players, like I said earlier, sign those contracts because of Arteta, because of the project, right?
True.
And I believe that. I drew that. But we know that this is the same manager that fucking had us at 19th. This is the same manager that had us 8th 2 years in a row. This is the same manager that decided, oh, I got an idea.
These cars are coming out.
That's sorry, that's a little dramatic there. But that made the decision to put Kai Havertz at left mid when we know that doesn't work, and force Jesus in against Aston Villa, who had a decent run in at that time, and cost us the league. Because of that fatal lineup error, cost us the league. And I'm telling you guys, he will not win it again next season. I just don't believe that. I'll go out on a limb and say we don't win it next season. I say it looks like I'm about 70%.
So you think we'll win it this season, but we don't win it next season? So you think we'll win it this year, but we don't win it next year?
I think that 100%.
All right. But would that be such a mad thing, though? That's my question. Based on how many teams that's won the league and has never retained it, Liverpool included.
Right.
Would that be such a mad thing if it doesn't win it next season after winning it this season?
This is what I've been saying.
You win it once in 22 years, Ola?
Like I said, I'm just asking. Like, would it be such a mad thing, considering how many teams that we know? I think we can only count. I can only count on one hand Mourinho that I've seen win back-to-back league in the Premier League. Maybe Fergie in his time, but that's it. Like, who's really won back-to-back leagues like that?
I get what you're saying, but the money we've invested, the money we've invested, the players we have, and the fantasy of the top gooners surrounding this manager is crazy, bro.
I wouldn't mind, but what I wouldn't mind, Dal, what I wouldn't mind is this. The same way Klopp kind of went with it. If you don't win the league, sorry, Tony. If you don't win the league, right? Say he doesn't win the league next year. What I would like is do what Klopp does. Just because you don't win the league, don't mean you don't go and win other things. There are other things to compete for. Go and win some of those. And that's what Klopp did over a span of 10 years. He never wasted a season. Right. He always got something in the bag to show for the season. He
Jurgen
rarely
Klopp-
wasted the season.
Jurgen Klopp had Borussia Dortmund in a Champions League final before he went to Liverpool.
Right.
No, I get it. I'm not so stubborn, bro, or short-sighted to think that, that this manager has been, that this manager should get sacked off of success, right? I mean, I'm not that dumb, right? But I do. But like I said, and like Here to There says, we have the league handed to a silver platter. We shouldn't make it out as if Arteta is turning water into wine.
Yes, and he said turning water into wine. But the problem is this, Dal, and Here to There. We've been thirsty for a long fucking time.
Yes.
We've been thirsty for a long time. Yeah? Water to wine or just water. Just give me something to fucking drink, bro. Yeah, I don't care. Just give me something to drink, bro. Pour me a fucking drink, my guy. I want a cup. Pour me a goddamn drink. Yeah? I'm thirsty, bro. Water into wine, I don't give a fuck. Just give me something to drink.
Don't you want to keep drinking more and more and more?
Yeah.
Yes. But we have data to show for the last 5 years that this manager can't keep serving drinks, bro. He'll serve you one good cocktail out of 10 fucking drinks.
Pour me a drink.
Pour me a drink. Tell him, Tony. Tell him, TC. No, I get what you guys are saying. Right? If he wins the treble, oh my God, right? Holy grace. He wins the championship, I get it. The stats talk is a little.
Bro.
I'm thirsty too. Like, 2-3 weeks ago when we demanded the Premier League title.
Anytime you go on this tirade, I know what to say to you. Pour me a drink.
Pour me. What's that T-Pain song? Buy you a drink. Buy you a drink. Buy you a drink. Yeah, I get it. I get it. No, but Tony Claude with his auto tune. Yeah, right? I just want, although what I want is, I want the success from this season, but I want to take a broader view, right? And be like,
I hear it.
Right? If Barcelona probably will win the league this season because Real Madrid are falling down, right? A bit. But if Hansi Flick becomes available, do you guys think that, okay, this manager's available, this manager who has a history of winning can take us further than this Arteta can? Because again, guys, I think it's the players. Yeah, they follow the tactics. Yeah, there's some motivational factors from Arteta. I get all that. But at the end of the day, it's the Declan Rices, it's the Gabriels that are pulling us up by the back of our shirts and pushing us forward. I don't think it's Arteta. I don't. And I don't like the decisions he's made with man management-wise. I don't like the way he's managed some of the injuries, i.e. Saka, right? I just think that we can do better with a primary winning manager who has a history of winning trophies. That's my thing, and I don't want to just win this league by 1 point on an player style. That's what I don't want.
You're 100% correct. Yeah, but by the way, we're dealing with owners here that are so
that love this guy.
Look, they like the guy, number one, but again, they love their money. Bro, if they win anything close to the Premier League this season and win the Champions League, bro, they're gonna give this manager a bumper contract, bro. They're gonna give him more money on top of the contract he already got, bro. They're gonna increase it. So we can stay here and have this kind of opinion that you have, which is also my opinion too, though. Yeah, but in reality, it might not be something that we could be able to practice. Because we have owners that are looking at something different. They simply see something different.
They're looking at different metrics,
in reality.
Right. And I think you're right. I think you're 100% right, Tony. The owners aren't going to look at the last 5 years and bring that up in his current performance review come June 1st, right? They're not going to do that.
If anything, they get a pay rise.
They're looking at, I think the owners are looking at the long view, right? And they're looking a bit back at saying, fuck, guys, our investment has paid off a bit. Not only have we won something, let's say, essentially this season, but we finished second 3 years in a row. And finishing second is still, it sounds crazy, it's still difficult to do. in the Prem. It's finishing the top 4 is difficult, essentially, right? Oh, top 5, right? So I think the owners have seen success, Tony. They've seen us at 5th. They've seen us at 8th, and then second, and then winning it, which I think we stand a good 70 to 75% chance of doing. I think the game, the staple game for me was not the Brighton game, but the one before that, or even the Aston Villa was a staple game to kind of cement our spot at the top, right? So right from the ownership perspective, I know, Ola knows, they ain't sacking him. Our friends in the chat know he ain't getting sacked, bro. And that's reality, right? But again, I want to win this, like Ola said earlier, the style of what Liverpool did. I want us to make a statement that you can call us own goals, you can call us set piece FC, but we're the ones with the 6 points on the fucking table, right? We aren't squeaking it out by a Gyökeres, i.e. Aguero goal. It's not a squeak win, because that won't convince, I think, a lot of the fan base, even like myself, that we can continue on. It'll be almost a Leicester City settings, flukish. And don't forget, Leicester City, if I remember correctly, won their last 7 games all by 1-0 scorelines.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to this that you guys know, but my thing is that I want the best, and I know you guys want the best too. And if we're able to get that, if we're able to say, thank you, Arteta, for lifting the league and nothing else. Let's say we just win the league and nothing else. Ola's got to take up. Yeah, I got to go too.
Guys.
So, we'll cut it off here. I've already made my point. And I know you guys know where I'm coming from, and of course I know where you're coming
100%, 100%, bro.
Don't type no more. Don't type no more. We have to go. Don't type. I know you were about typing, bro.
Oh, we got UFC stuff tonight. Oh yeah, it's almost like 10 o'clock your guys' time.
People, thank you. Thank you, Oregon, for showing up.
Oh,
today.
Thank you. Great show today, guys.
Thank you for showing up today, people. This legend, people. Thank you very, very much for making. This is the best show I've had all year, people. I mean, amazing show.
We have some fun, man. We always have some fun when we check that up, man.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the show today. So, I might be calling it again, next week. So let's see what happens. Just before we go, and then you guys tell us what you got coming up. I will start with you, Ola. Arsenal versus Bayer Leverkusen prediction.
I'm gonna go 2-0 on that one. 2-0 to the Arsenal.
2-0 to the Arsenal. Oregon Gunner.
And that's at home, right? We play them at home first.
No. We play at home last.
We play at their house.
All the ties up until the semis. We play at home.
Yeah.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Thank you. Would you say 2-0?
Yeah.
I
said 2-0. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-0. I don't see Leverkusen scoring. I think who's their striker? Is it who's their Kevin Volland or something like that? Who's their striker? I don't know.
I don't even
I'm not worried about
I know that team got dismantled, bro.
And I know that Gabriel Saliba will be up for this. The players will be up for it. No, I think 2-0. I'll go with that too. That's pretty easy scoreline. 2-0.
See, people, I think we win 2-1. I think we concede in Germany. Yeah, because our defense too have been sketchy for some time now. But again, it is what it is. I think we'll still win that game to go to 1, and then we'll finish the job when we come back home. So again, Champions League people, get it in. Oregon Gunner, what you got coming up, my bro?
Not much, man. Not much. I was going to do a show today with TJ and Taryn, but that's probably canceled. TJ's got some wife's car troubles going on, so that'll be tomorrow. Catch me with TJ and Taryn, BBK. Big up BBK, TJ. Probably
big up BBK. Thanks for the gift.
Yeah, not much else going on, bro. Just hanging out today. Got to take my son to the gym to do some basketball shooting for an hour. I have to reserve the gym time. So that'll be fun. But other than that, man, just chilling today. It's a beautiful day here in Portland. It's about 60 degrees.
That's wicked.
It's about 20 degrees out, sunny, so I'll probably get out a bit today. But great show today, man. This is so much fun. And big up all you guys in the chat. Not much.
Yeah, Ola, please tell the people what you got coming up.
I'm gonna catch Ola.
Thanks for making the show. a little
Yeah,
bit,
man.
you know. Thanks for
Come
adding
on.
that spice to the show. Because
Yeah, but
if
we're
it's just me
up.
and Oregon he's gonna grill me today. But you know, thank God for you. Thank God for you.
No.
We just have to put the rings together and form some Voltron.
Yeah,
Panels
man.
of
There you go.
mine.
I love
And go
Voltron.
against
It's so blessed.
Oregon.
It's so blessed. It's so blessed. Salute to
Yeah,
everybody.
man.
Still, big up yourselves. Come link us up on the Fight Week show. If you love combat sports, BMF title is on the line on the UFC card tonight. The prelim starts about 10:30 and it goes all the way to all hours of the morning. So the main card is going to start about 2:00 tonight. So we're going to be up all night on the Fight Week show. Come link us up. We're going to be watching Max Holloway defend his BMF title against Chow Do Bronx Oliveira. It's going to be a big fight, man. Come link us up, people.
We will be there.
Violence, beautiful violence, I call it.
Maximum
Beautiful violence.
Heathens.
Yeah, people, go smash up the lights in Ola's channel and support our brother Oregon Guna. He has his channel, Oregon Guna. Go support him to see people. I thank you. You'll catch me and Oregon Guna by the grace of God next week. And of course, Ola, if he has chance, if he has the time, if he has the time, he's gonna show up.
I'll holler at you, man.
What it is. Yeah, sure. But for sure, me and Oregon Guna, because it's not yet, it's not like he's not yet like a big celebrity or something like that. So
Not. I thought I was a big celebrity.
Dal is a big celebrity, man. Everybody knows Dal out here, man. What's wrong with you? Come on, bro. Everybody knows Dal is so famous, he's infamous, bro. You know what I mean?
The infamous Dal, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Dal is so famous, he's infamous, bro. What's wrong with you, bro?
Put that in the
I
chat.
had to touch some nerves. See ya, people. Smash the like button. Go subscribe to Oregon Guna, my brother. That will be back next week. And of course, smash the like on Ola's channel and the show that is coming up here, people. From me, Ola, and of course, my brother Oregon Guna. We are out, people. Peace.
Salute.
Salute, people.